everybody, and welcome to PromoHomo.TV. I want to introduce our interpreter, Tom. While this broadcast is usually available in subtitles, Palm Springs Pride and I wanted to add an extra layer of accessibility to this broadcast. There is some technical issues, so there are times when Tom can't hear me, and I apologize for that in advance. So you wondered, is it happening? Well, it is. Palm Springs Pride 2020 is a reimagined, safe, socially distanced Pride Week celebration that's coming up November 6th through the 8th, 2020, and it's an exciting time for all of us. I'm going to actually show you oops, I don't want to do that because I want to keep Tom on. So just a second, we're going to do that. So sorry about that, Tom. So my guest today is Palm Springs Pride President and CEO Ron deHarte, who says, "We stand together with our LGBTQ+ colleagues and friends and will deliver residents and our business partners a reimagined, safe, socially distanced Pride Week celebration. We are focused on delivering a safer together, greater together message that everyone is welcome and respected for who they are in Palm Springs. We believe that all people deserve a diverse, inclusive, accepting, and welcoming safe space to celebrate pride and our community. In lifting each other up, even when it's hard, even during a pandemic, we build allies, opportunities, and resources to live our best lives and help those around us do the same. This includes helping our community, business, and nonprofit partners through these challenging financial times." So that's what's coming up. Tom is signaling that he cannot hear me, so sorry about that. Before I bring on Ron, and I actually have some more information I want to share with you about my network, our goal in this broadcast is for you to have everything that you need to know to participate in Palm Springs 2020 if you're local, and for those of you around the world that want to, so you know how to watch the parts of the celebration that will be virtual. The other thing I want to say is that on National Coming Out Day, PromoHomo.TV got its first 2 patron subscribers. So I want to give a shout out to G. Francis Giles and Brad Furr for their support of PromoHomo.TV. Couldn't do it without them and other people that support the show. And I'm going to be back with our very special Everything You Need to Know About Palm Springs Pride 2020 after this.
You're with me, it's alright. Together, all our lives, a new star is inside. We're falling, it feels right. It's okay to hold me. You know where I wanna be. It's okay to hold me.
If you're watching this show live, I want you to know that we can put your questions or comments on the screen, and we'll do that if you interact with us. So without further delay, let me welcome to the show Ron deHarte. Welcome, Ron.
Hey, Nicholas, how are you?
I'm fantastic. Congratulations. We finally have done this, announced all the details. This must have been frustrating for you, Ron, because I know you like to plan things a year in advance. And with the pandemic, it's basically wasn't until now that we knew what we could and could not proceed with. Talk about how that process has been.
Yeah, it really is challenging, and not just for us in Palm Springs, but for Pride organizations and the Pride movement around the world. There's just in the United States, I think we're close to having 375 organizations that have canceled or needed to postpone for another year their events. So it's definitely a challenge. It's really challenging because Pride is so much more than what we see oftentimes of it being a party, a big parade, a festival with music and dancing. The Pride organizations across the country really bring together nonprofit organizations throughout their communities, and it's a jumping off point for fundraising for many organizations, and the Pride organizations themselves do so much to help through fundraising and support of the nonprofit organizations within communities across the country. So not having Pride events is going to have a significant impact, not just this summer, but it's going to impact communities across the country throughout the year. And as we see how we can live and hold large events with COVID, we'll see, how that's going to continue to change in 2021.
Well, one of the things that's changed is we're not having massive parades and a festival, but we're presenting. I say we because I'm on your team as a media partner, or presenting a reimagined, safe, socially distanced Pride Week celebration. It's going to be a combination of socially distanced events, virtual events. Talk about, we're going to get into the specifics, but at one point did you realize that you weren't going to be able to proceed with any sort of crowd-based event?
We were hopeful in April, May, and June, but I think it really became clear in very early summer that we were not going to be out of this, the concerns with COVID through this year. So we really, even though we held hope that we could have in-person events to some degree, we started the planning process and to look at opportunities to go online, hold in-person events that could be done safe and in a socially distant manner, and start talking to all of our partners in the community and figure out how do we do that. And we had time. We had all summer long to really have the conversations and come up with ideas. And the Pride Committee has really come up with dozens and dozens and dozens of ideas. But what we're actually able to make happen is what we announced yesterday. The slate of scheduled program and activity, and I think we're excited because it is an opportunity that we can celebrate Pride in Palm Springs, and everyone can do it in their own way. Some people who want to get out of the house and go see a drive-in movie will be able to do that. Some people who want to participate in the really popular Front Runners 5K run and walk, they'll still be encouraged to do that and help raise money for the LGBT Center of the Desert. It's just we're doing it individually. We're not doing it in groups of 500. We're not drawing huge crowds to particular activities. So there's a little bit of everything where we can stay home and watch programming on television, tune in to PromoHomo.TV and see our past parades, to really participating in the first of its kind for Palm Springs, a land art exhibit at City Hall. So we try to come up with some unique ways to involve the community where people can express their voice, elevate their voice at this time of emotional drain and stress, and the political climate that creates so much tension, and amid the COVID crisis. So I think it's pretty exciting to see the different programs that are taking place, and the community should have a good time.
Well, one of the things that we're going to do now is we're going to go in detail through the resources that are available to people in terms of finding and participating in things. And I want to just start out by showing a screenshot of what people see when they go to palmspringspride.gay. And one of the things that I really wanted to point out, you won't be able to see, the viewers won't be able to necessarily read these on the screen right now, but they'll see them if they click through to palmspringspride.gay. There is a whole menu item with the Pride Store party packs, time and location, events, where to stay, participate, about the Pride food court, donations, social media, contact, and so forth. One of the things I wanted to talk about, Ron, is a key fundraiser that's happening still, because Palm Springs Pride does like to be philanthropic. So I'm clicking over to the party pack screen. Just a second. I think I actually jumped to the Pride store. So I've gone to the party pack page. Talk about the party packs that are part of Pride.
Well, this lends itself to creating opportunities for same households to come together and celebrate. We want to encourage folks to watch one of the relived parade broadcasts that are happening. 3 years of Pride parades will be broadcast again. Party packs are an opportunity for folks to support the Pride organization. We're like many other organizations in town and many businesses in town. The financial hit has been significant. Not having any of our programming take place this year really has been a hit to the nonprofit Pride organization here in Palm Springs. So the Party Packs to Go is a fundraising idea. Folks can get a lot of Pride swag in a half a dozen different party packs, from an Effin' Vodka party pack that's got some mixers in there, and a lot of swag that goes with the Effin' Vodka. There's a margarita pack where you can get a margarita pack with mixer, and it even includes some limes, and you're able to take that home, and whether you have it for your Sunday brunch on Pride weekend, or you just have it to celebrate and support the Pride organization. It's a great way for us to put these party packs together. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to run to the store. Let us help you out with that. And you can order them online. They're all ordered online through connecting through Palm Springs Pride.gay, and our partner, a great partner for Pride in Palm Springs, is Tony Marchese at Trio, and Tony is supporting this program, and we will actually distribute the party packs on November 4, 5, 6, and we've added November 7th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. You will be able to go and just drive through curbside, just as if you were having your curbside food order to go. You'll drive up and show your receipt to our team, and they'll bring out your party pack to you. So you don't get out of the car. There's no extended conversations are required. So.
Well, so what I wanted to do is I wanted to provide for our viewers the fact that I think all over the world, members of and allies of the LGBTQI plus community are craving a Pride celebration, a shared experience. And so we're going to be able to virtually on YouTube, on the official PromoHomo.TV YouTube channel, on the official Nicholas Snow Facebook page, and on the official Palm Springs Pride Facebook page, we're going to be able to have 3 years of parades in their entirety, rebroadcast as they were initially broadcast live. And that's going to be happening on the Friday and Saturday nights of Pride weekend and Sunday morning at 11 a.m. So on Sunday morning at 11 a.m., which is November 8th, 2020, people can watch the parade that happened a year earlier on 2019. And if you're in a restaurant or if you're having friends over, you can have this collective community experience, which is the next best thing to having a Pride parade. So I wanted all of the viewers to know that. Ron, the other thing I want to do now is I want to bring back up the shot of the website. So we're going to go to the Pride Food Court because people can get their party packs for these events, but they also are probably going to perhaps want food to experience when they're watching one of the virtual aspects of Pride. So talk about the Pride Food Court.
So, we don't have the food court at the festival. So the next best thing is we can help draw attention to our partners that are there and have been Pride supportive for many years in our community, and they're being showcased in this virtual food court. You click on any of these blue map points, and you can see the different restaurants. These are all the partners that have had a long relationship and support of Pride in Palm Springs, and we want to give them some love and encourage folks to continue to support our local business people and do takeout during Pride weekend. Bring it home and watch the parade or watch any of our programs online, and enjoy our local businesses. Get a party pack from Trio and have a good time at home.
There's also at palmspringspride.gay the events calendar where there's all sorts of events and activities going on, so you can find that there as well. For the purposes of our discussion, though, I've also over at PromoHomo.TV put together quite a list of events that are in chronological order. So I'm going to share that screen, and we're going to start out with your smiling face, Ron, because we should. So as we scroll down, the first thing that's listed, and these are just some of the Pride festivities, but we have the Rally Against Racism, which basically is happening on Election Day from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m.
What a coincidence. It's a coincidence.
Yes, and basically that's an inspiration for people to go out and have their own virtual, individual yet collective rally by voting.
And I just want to acknowledge Tom. He's doing a great job trying to keep up with us. So thank you for being with us, Tom, and being part of the program. So the right off the bat, the Rally Against Racism truly is an opportunity to raise awareness virtually and be a reminder for people. Let's get out and vote. Let's get our votes out. Let's get out early. And we've already seen just this afternoon at the Palm Springs City Hall, more than 600 ballots were dropped off to the county registrar's blue box at City Hall. And that's just today. So yesterday, steady stream of people participating in the voting process. And we want to continue to encourage folks to do that. And that really is The rally against racism is really to raise attention to the issues of institutionalized racism and what we need to do to change our society, change our own community, and change comes from voting at the ballot box. So that's our big push with the rally against racism. Virtual event starts at 7 a.m. on November 3rd and goes to 8 p.m. So everybody get out and do your part.
I voted today. I dropped off my ballot. I was one of those 600 people that went to City Hall. It was
Yeah.
very exciting. I made it a ritual. So next up on the calendar, we have the November 6th flag raising event, which will be live streamed on by me on the various platforms that we have identified. I'm
Yeah.
so happy that that's still happening, Ron, because Palm Springs has Palm Springs Pride has this massive rainbow flag that people can see for miles and miles and miles when we're celebrating.
Yeah, it's a 30-foot by 50-foot custom flag that Palm Springs Pride made for our city, and it flew for the first time last year down on Palm Canyon. And for those that got to see it, it was a sight to see. You could be up toward Denny's and standing on Palm Canyon, and you could see this rainbow flag flying above downtown. It just was an incredible sight to be seen. And this year, the flag, that same flag will fly about 195 feet in the air at City Hall. So it's a big deal because we've never flown the rainbow flag at City Hall. So City Hall will be one of the locations where we will have the flag raising, and we're incredibly proud to have the support of Gilead for the flag raising this year. And of course, we will have the flag drop at the El Mirador Tower with our friends at the Desert Care Network, and the Hyatt will drop their big flag, and 849 will be part of the flag raising ceremony this year, and it will all come to folks in your living rooms. And you can see all the action from these various points throughout the city, and it will culminate with 195 foot high flag raising at City Hall. So we're real excited about that.
It's important to note that you want people to watch this online and not attend in person.
Yeah, none of the flag raising activities are in-person activities, and the only way to see it actually is to tune in online through the various opportunities to see it through PromoHomo.TV and Facebook and YouTube to see the virtual presentation.
Okay. So next up, we have the Interfaith Pride Kabbalah Shabbat. I hope I said that right. Which is a live stream event. All faith communities and beliefs are invited to join the 2020 Pride welcoming of the Sabbath service. This is a pluralistic online prayer service with a core of Jewish liturgy that will include song, ancient poetry, contemporary readings, and meditation led by members of our local clergy.
Yeah, and this what's exciting about the Interfaith Pride service is it's been growing year over year over year, and now we have hundreds of people that when we were able to gather together as community, hundreds of people attended the Pride service last year, and it's people don't think about having a Pride service during Pride weekend, right? Because it's all about partying and dancing and having big, loud music everywhere. No, it's about arts. It's about culture. It's about community. It's about our interfaith community, faith-based community coming together. So our hats off to the teams that come together and have been making this service a big part of Pride Weekend for a lot of people. And the good thing about this year is being online, that audience is going to be able to grow significantly for folks that maybe don't have as easy of a time to get in their car and actually go to the service during Pride Weekend, or folks that maybe didn't want to deal with traffic on Pride Weekend. So we're excited to see what kind of how this opens the door to more folks to participate.
It's also important to note that this particular event is being streamed on a different Facebook page, and that Facebook page is promoted wherever the event is promoted. Wherever you find this particular interfaith service in the Pride event listings is a link to the appropriate Facebook page to experience that broadcast.
Yeah.
So next up on our agenda is the November 6th and 7th Light Up the Night, a virtual lighting ceremony, 5 p.m. to midnight. It's presented by Gay Desert Guide. Everyone is invited to host their own virtual lighting ceremony alongside thousands of other advocates for equality, equity, and diversity across Greater Palm Springs. What would you like to add to that, Ron?
I think that with this program, this is an easy way for people to be a part of something bigger than just one voice. They can share their voice, they can elevate their voice through this Light Up the Night activity. And it's not only a tribute to a celebration of Pride in the weekend, but it's an opportunity for our community to come together in solidarity to honor those who've been impacted by COVID-19. So we want to have a moment. Actually, it's 5 hours each night, 6 hours each night on November 6th and 7th. As soon as it gets dark, we want folks to decorate with their pink lights, or purple lights, or rainbow colored lights as best they can. Do it up like it's the holidays are already here. And if you're in a condo association or something, put the lights on your back window. Put them, just light up something so the community knows you're showing solidarity, and we're coming together by lighting up the night in honor of those impacted by COVID-19.
You can actually wrap yourself in pink lights and take a selfie even.
You certainly can. And there'll be a contest. So there'll be a contest that the information will start to come out on Gay Desert Guide and Facebook. So you can take your picture of your lights and upload it, send it in, and there'll be some prizes available that will be awarded that weekend to folks that have some fun displays. But it doesn't mean you have to have thousands of lights around your house. Somebody can put up just one string of lights on their front balcony or their front window. Tape them onto the window in your front or your backyard, and you can participate that way.
So next up in our calendar, we have November 6th and 7th. There are Pride drive-in movie nights at the Camelot Theaters in conjunction with the Palm Springs Cultural Center. And also, we want to give a shout out to Nissan for being the presenting sponsor of that particular event. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And November 6th is a screening of the film Cured. And on November 7th, there's the screening of a documentary called Ahead of the Curve. I interviewed the filmmakers last night. It's an amazing, amazing documentary. And also a locally produced documentary, Exist, Persist, Resist, and Thrive. That's going to be a good time. I know that a lot of my filmmaking community friends at various film festivals have been experiencing very successful drive-in movies, Ron.
Yeah, it's this is another way where, in a socially distant manner, folks can get out of their house, and hopefully same households can pile in the car and go to the movie theater. But at the Camelot, there's actually some spaces where you could have your chair and sit outdoors. You can be in your car. Or there's a number of family tables that you could secure. So, the both nights on Friday and Saturday night, opportunity for folks to come together. And the weather gets a little chilly that first weekend in November at nighttime. So you'll be able to bring your blanket, and watching the movie in the car is perfect time of year to be able to do that. Get your popcorn, and there'll be some swag bags for everybody who goes to that movie night. There'll be free swag bags being given away to everyone who comes into the drive-in theater on both nights. And exciting to see our local talent come together and make the documentary, Exist, Resist, Persist, and Thrive, to really showcase women in our community, in particular lesbians in our community, really focusing on lesbians, and hats off to Lesbo Expo and that team for coming together and bringing Shan Carr and Marnie Navarro together to produce that film, our documentary. So we're excited about that. Excited that it's part of Pride Weekend, and we thank that team for making it a part of Pride.
I'm so impressed by the film Ahead of the Curve, and
Yep.
I love our local lesbians, and that reminds me that anybody who's involved with any of the official Palm Springs Pride 2020 events is invited to come on my show. I have several episodes of Primetime Pride earmarked to promote what's happening that weekend, so please know that. And Tom doesn't hear me all the time, so I don't know why, but I'm sorry about that to our lovely interpreter, Tom. Ron and I were talking at the top of the show that the Frontrunners Pride 5K Run and Walk this year is an individual participation event with no group activities. And as the organizers explain, we cannot meet in person, but we are not letting 2020 go by without our annual Pride Run and Walk and the opportunity to raise needed funds for our amazing beneficiary, the LGBT Community Center of the Desert. With our virtual run, you choose your own 5K route and run or walk anytime on Pride Weekend, November 6th through the 8th. And best of all, anyone around the globe can participate. That's right, our Palm Springs frontrunners and walkers, friends and family around the globe can join. Anything you want to add to that, Ron?
Frontrunners has been an incredibly great partner with Palm Springs Pride for many, many years. And, they're just a beloved organization in town. And the Pride 5K and Walk is always a really popular activity on Pride Weekend. A lot of people, they want to go out and they want to have a little exercise. They want to get out and just enjoy the beautiful weekend in Palm Springs that we see in the first part of November. And the 5K run we weren't going to let that go by without us being able to figure out a way where folks could still be active, get out of their homes, and go and enjoy the beautiful outdoors here in Palm Springs.
Beautiful. Another thing that can be enjoyed around the world, we've already talked about 3 pride parades instead of 1. And I am just honored. I'm thrilled that I'm a PromoHomo and that I have this footage. But yeah, we wish we could gather for usual for the parade. But due to the pandemic, we can't. But we're doing the next best thing, not 1 parade, but 3. PromoHomo.TV, in conjunction with Palm Springs Pride, will be broadcasting in their entirety the 2017, 2018, and 2019 Pride Parades, available worldwide on YouTube, Facebook, and at PromoHomo.TV. The 2018 Pride Parade will air Actually, I have the. I'm just going to show you while I read these. So we have
Sunday at 11.
yeah, November 6th is the rebroadcast of the 2017 Palm Springs Pride. November at 7 p.m. November 7th is the rebroadcast of the 2018 Palm Springs Pride Parade at 7 p.m. And at November 8th, it's a Sunday brunch encore presentation of the 2019 Pride Parade, which is a live stream event. It's happening at 11 a.m. on the 8th. And the goal, Ron, is that people would actually, within their own socially distanced groups, whether it be at a participating restaurant or in the comfort of their own homes, enjoy a broadcast of the parade. If you do go to a restaurant, though, make sure they're showing the parade if you do, in fact, want to watch it while it's
sure.
live. Anything you want to add to that?
No, the parades are a great way now that we can have a few more people gathering at our homes. We still can't have large groups. I think the recommendation that came out this week is we can have small groups of three folks that we know that may be from three different households. But it still is an opportunity to have those that are within your network come together and celebrate Pride in your own way. We're not talking about people throwing big parties in the yard. We don't want to encourage that. This is not the time to be inviting 20 or 30 people to come to your home and have a parade watching party. The time to do that will come down the road, but it's not for this year's Pride event.
Just small groups of people following health recommendations.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
For sure. Well, thank you for reinforcing that. Talk to us about the November 7th and 8th land art installation presented by Morgan Stanley, Channel Q, and the Palm Springs Art Commission. Noon November 7th to 5 p.m. Noon November 7th to 5 p.m. November 8th on the lawn at Palm Springs City Hall. What would you like to add about that?
This is another opportunity that we are not sure it's ever been done before. Certainly at our City Hall, on the lawn at City Hall. But everybody in the community can be part of this art installation. This exhibit, which is going to be a symbol of pride for our community, is going to give every individual in the city of Palm Springs, Greater Palm Springs, who would like to participate in this art exhibit, you'll have the opportunity to do that. So folks are encouraged to think about making their own protest rally, march, signs, placards, signs of protest or messages of hope or love, whatever statement that individuals in the community want to make, as if they were marching in the Pride Parade or they were participating in a rally on Pride weekend post-election. So we want those messages, and they're going to be varied messages from throughout the community. Folks will be able to bring their signs, approximately 18 inches by 24-inch signs. Everybody's encouraged to make one, and they can contribute it to this installation. So they can deliver their sign on Saturday morning, November 7th from
City Hall?
At City Hall, from 9:30 to 11:30. They just drive into the City Hall parking lot. They don't get out of their cars. They drive in front of the City Hall steps. Our team will be there to accept their donated poster, and then the artist will go and they will work to incorporate that into the exhibit that will be viewable all weekend long. Like you had said, from noon on Saturday, November 7th to 5 p.m. on Sunday. Folks will be able to drive by and see it. There'll be a viewing area, socially distant viewing areas that folks will be able to check it out and take photographs. But it's an opportunity for a community statement to be made during Pride weekend but also an opportunity to incorporate art and culture into the Pride weekend. And we're excited to be working with the Palm Springs Art Commission. This is the first time that in our 34 years that we believe that we've had a partnership with the Arts Commission. So we're excited to see this happen and see what kind of iconic symbol is created with this message from throughout the whole community.
That's beautiful. And we still get to dance because on November 8th, there's the Pride Tea Dance presented by KGay 106.5. It's a live stream event. It's hosted by DJ Galaxy, so you can dance away to his unique set of today's hits, throwback jams, and custom DJ Galaxy remixes. You can also watch it at twitch.tv/KGay106.5. Pride Month is usually a time to connect with friends, old and new, and as we celebrate the progress we've made and, look forward to the work ahead and recharge for it as well, it's great to have this music event thrown in. Ron, we have that virtual tea dance, which is just great. I just want to, in conclusion, and thank you, Tom. I appreciate all of your support. But we are wrapping up. So, Ron, there's just a brief highlight of list at the bottom of the information you're releasing that reminds people about the party packs, which we've discussed. People can find them from the party pack option at palmspringspride.gay. Those are food and beverages primarily to be picked up in advance. You must be 21 or older to enjoy at one of the virtual events that people are viewing from their own homes. There's also one of the things we have not spoken about yet is desert diversity. I'd love for you to tell us about the Desert Diversity Project.
Ron Williams is a photographer who lives in Palm Springs now, and he's actually been covering the Palm Springs Pride Parade since 2008. He's shot other parades, mainly he's really covered very thoroughly the San Francisco Pride Parade for years. But he's been shooting the Palm Springs Pride Parade for 12 years, and he's published a book, and it's all 200 pages full of the Palm Springs Pride parades going back to 2008. So it's a lot of fun to see the folks in our community, the characters in our community, the drag queens and the activists and the leaders pictured through the years participating in the Pride Parade in Ron's book. And it's available, it's called Desert Diversity. You can find it on Amazon, and it's also here at the Destination PSP downtown. So it's a fun way to support a local photographer by buying the book, and it's a great conversational book for folks when you have guests at your house to have it sitting on your coffee table to be able to enjoy that over a cup of coffee and just look at the pictures going back through the years, and so just a lot of fun.
Well, by all means, if you're local here in the desert, go to Destination PSP. You may be able to order from them in addition to Amazon. But if Amazon's your only choice, I did post the Amazon link in the comments on the videos in the various destinations. Is there anything, Ron, that you would like to add that we might not have touched upon in summary? My goal was that we cover everything, at least briefly here, and refer people to palmspringspride.gay for the rest of the information.
Yeah, and that's perfect. we may think that we're being constricted, or we're not going to have the fun and excitement that we've had in the past. We've created different opportunities for folks to come together, and we want everybody to mark your calendars already, because November 1st through 7, 2021 will be a significant Pride celebration in Palm Springs. We will come together under the theme of "You Are Included," and it is the 35th anniversary of Pride in Palm Springs. So we know it's just going to be an incredible blowout celebration next November, and we want folks to put it on the calendar because it's going to take us the next 12 months, 13 months to put it together and create that community gathering that we all want to have happen.
Well, I want to thank you for all of your hard work, and I'm honored to be part of your team and to be able to, my theme is connecting the circuitry of humanity, and we're doing everything we can to connect ourselves not only locally, but through our collective work over the years, we get to connect the whole world around the celebration of Palm Springs Pride virtually. So thank you so much for that. I'm going to bring all of us bigger picture because Tom deserves more of a close-up.
Hats
for
off.
Kudos to Tom. All of his hard work.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to give Tom a full screenshot because he deserves a full screenshot. Yes.
Nice job. Nice job.
So thank you so much, Tom. Well, for those of you who are viewing, please share this broadcast widely. Remember, if you're part of the official Palm Springs Pride events that we've talked about, reach out to me because I want to have you on one of the Primetime Pride broadcasts on PromoHomo.TV leading up to the event. And with a thank you to Tom, Ron, I want to turn it over to you for a last remark.
Yeah, a big shout out to you, Nicholas, for your support, not only for helping us through this year and connecting us with the community through Facebook and YouTube, but for your years of support of Pride. Not only for the support that you give to Pride throughout the years, but just the community support and involvement that you have around the year. I appreciate it, and I know our community does. And you're a big part of the Pride team, and I value your participation. So thanks for being with us.
Well, it's my honor and privilege. Thank you. I'm not going to cry right now because it's just better that way. And thank you, Tom, so much. Thank all of you for watching. And we're going to celebrate Pride together around the world. Good night, everybody.
Okay, good night.
You're with me, it's alright. Together, all our lives, a new star is inside.